Welcome to Cap and Cork's Finishing School, where we teach you to drink what you love and love what you drink.
Welcome to Cap and Cork's Finishing School. I'm Rachel. I'm the student and the host of the Finishing School program, and each week I step up to the bar with one of our managers or our subject matter experts at Cap and Cork. This week we have Joseph from our executive team at Cap and Cork, and we're going to talk a little more about barrel-aged beer. So Joseph, tell me a little more about barrel-aged beers.
Yeah, so the very first barrel-aged beer was from Goose Island. They started in 1992, and that produced Bourbon County Stout, which we still get annually once a year around Thanksgiving. And yeah, that was the start of it.
Okay. Is there a particular variety of beer that ages better in the barrel?
Yeah, typically imperial stouts.
Okay.
Because they already have notes of coffee and chocolate and vanilla, the combination of those notes with the notes you get from a bourbon barrel really just make for a great combination.
So you mentioned bourbon barrel. Does the barrel make a difference?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Most stouts are going to be aged in bourbon barrels. They do experiment with some rum barrels. I've even seen some Scotch barrels, but best results are definitely from bourbon barrels.
So when it comes to aging, like the age statement, is there a time frame that they shoot for?
Yeah, I've seen anywhere from 3 months to 18 months, with the average being closer to 9 months. I think Goose Island is closer to that 18th month range, and then Dragon's Milk here is closer to 3 months.
Okay. So it's all over the place, but at the same time, they're going for a certain flavor profile when they're working with these. Okay.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. When somebody is trying or tasting a barrel-aged beer, what's the appropriate stemware or glassware to use?
Typically you want anything with a bulb like this. This is a brandy snifter.
Okay.
And this allows you to swirl and really trap the flavors in there. So you can pick up all the aromas. They typically stay in the glass, where if you just poured it into a Pilsner glass, the aromas might escape and kind of trap out the side when you stick your nose in there.
Gotcha. So when somebody goes to try one or taste a barrel-aged beer for the first time, what's the best approach? Do they need to smell it?
Well, yeah, typically, yeah, you want to start with the swirl, get the aromas up there, get the nose on it. You're going to notice right up front a lot of chocolate, coffee, even some dried fruits in there. Really, really complex beer. And then you're just gonna want to sip it. It's definitely not a beer you want to open and have after you mow the lawn or something. It's something you want to slow down and just sip and enjoy.
That's amazing, because I could really smell the coffees, but then when I go to taste it, I taste more of like a chocolate profile in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of coffee on the nose.
So would you call this barrel-aged beers, would you call this type of beer a seasonal, or is it available all year?
Dragon's Milk is actually available all year, but typically most people drink it in the fall or winter just because it is a heavy beer, higher ABV.
Okay.
And it's just more satisfying in the cold winter months.
Fair enough. So can I make the assumption that if somebody enjoys barreled spirits, so the bourbon barrels that you talked about, putting the beer in, that they're automatically going to be in love with barrel-aged beers?
I would say it's a higher probability, just because you get a similar experience. Like I said before, it's something you want to slow down and just enjoy the complexity of it like you would a fine whiskey. So yeah, I would say high probability. Okay.
Well, let's say somebody wants to start exploring barrel-aged beers. Where do they even begin? Do they go to a bar where they have them on tap? Do they come to our store, one of our free tastings? What are their options?
Yeah, there's a lot of bars that have it on tap, but I know Club Soda specifically typically carries Dragon's Milk on tap.
Okay.
So it's a great place to try it. Also at our free tastings, we try to feature barrel-aged beers whenever we can. But then also in store, Dragon's Milk is a year-round beer.
Well, Joseph, thank you for sharing your expertise with us today.
Absolutely.
Anyone that wants to learn more about the beer, wine, and spirits that we talk about on Finishing School, stop by any of our 15 Cap and Cork locations. Follow the fun on all of our social media channels. And if you want to find out first what's going on at Cap and Cork, sign up for our email newsletter at capandcork.com. Well, Joseph, this would not be finishing school if we didn't finish our drinks.
Cheers.
That's all for today. Class dismissed. We'll see you right back here next week.